And good morning to everyone. Welcome to the morning steam for Sunday, October the 8th, an NFL Sunday. Also, Major League Baseball Sunday. Hold on a second. Oh, I only handicapped half the games. Well, I'll have to start the show again in a few minutes because I didn't. What? There's only two games to. What are we doing here? Hello? Baseball, what are we doing? Looks like they got the schedule wrong. Uh, Gave the National League teams a day off right after the first game. Well, that's kind of like it is in the regular season. I mean, you see it all the time, right? A 3 game series with a day off. No, no, they blew it. They blew it, but that's okay. They don't know what they're doing. They made some improvements this year. This one is no good. Okay, it's for TV. Everything's dictated by television, but doesn't seem very fair to the team, right? When you play a series, you play consecutively, or if you play a playoff, you take a day off on a travel day. If you're going to have a day off like this, you schedule the games 2 days. You schedule it to open the next day. This looks wrong to me, and I don't know if it's an advantage to the National League teams down the road, I just think it's a bad idea. Don't agree. But we have 2 games to look at today. We'll look at those games first, and we'll look at NFL with 4 afternoon games and 1 evening game. And how about it? We're just a few minutes away from kickoff in London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You can see, right? I mean, look at the Hotspur State. It's like the track is a little bit faster. It looks like to me. Um, the field of play. It looks a little bit more of the turf course firm, as Trevor Denman would say. Hello to Perky here today. He's got a max play coming up right here at the bottom of the hour. You wanted it. It's the max play you didn't know you needed. Perky says lay it all on the line here and take Buffalo. He doesn't mind if you lay in a few extra points here off the opener. Why did it go up? We talked about it on the show, and I don't know. I was kind of having Bill's regret. But I do have a premium play on the game if you're interested over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll go over there. Hello to Ferner. Go Bills, he says. And Blake is here today as well. And he says, what about the Bucks and the Bulls? Wait a minute. That sounds like some NBA. We will not be covering the NBA preseason games today, but I'll have maybe some plays in the Discord. No premiums yet. But I don't know. We gave out a play yesterday in the Discord, and even though we don't have record of it, other than it was right up there for everyone to see. We gave out the play yesterday, Lakers Warriors over, and we gave out several winners in that Discord. Now there was someone in there, he wasn't sure of the record. He said that these plays have no record keeping or accountability. I didn't know they needed that. Okay, I thought putting the old Ramon Scott stamp of approval was enough. Okay, we don't need to be, there's only a few people looking at these winners anyways. Hey, here comes the Discord if you guys are interested in a few plays today, free plays. Pretty sure so there was no record keeping of the plays yesterday in the Discord. I'm pretty sure most of them won though. So Sportsologist, if you're out there, come say hi. And my records are always kept over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's why I'm part of Tony'sPicks.com, because I am into accountability. And I have my picks up there on the website, my premium picks absolutely every day over at Tony's Picks. And we'll take a look and see how everyone did yesterday before we get started with the show. We'll be here maybe an hour, if that, I would think, today with this light card. Tyreef Tillman. Hello to Tyreef Tillman today. He's got your over-under, Ferner. My over-under is behind the paywall, I'm afraid, at Tony'sPicks.com. So, but it is available for purchase. And maybe when I previewed the game, I did hint at what I thought might occur. When I talked about that game earlier this week, Darren says he's got the Bills to cover in this one. We'll talk about it a little bit, certainly, here at the bottom of the hour because of the game just being a few minutes away. Certainly, you got the Bills coming in. They flew in on pretty short, kind of a short week if you would look at it from the way they approach this and everything. And Jacksonville, everybody knows they've been here for a week. Just you know, I don't know about they partying up. I mean, Jacksonville needs victories and everything like that. Now, the Bills are back into form. They look terrific, but they definitely came in here a little bit, quickly. Let's just say. Hey, Bandy McCarty here today. Hello to Bandy. Got a game for us in the morning. Says Dolphins to roll the Giants. Oh, no. G-Men, well, I would think so. They should. If they don't, they should be embarrassed right now. They should win by 2 touchdowns. This is pro football. It's really hard to win a game by 1 touchdown, much less 2. You'd think that this group of Giants professionals could come through with their best effort of the season and stay within but I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can really. No Saquon. But what was Saquon? I mean, it seems to have affected the line a little bit, but did we really think Saquon had a chance to play in this game? Why was the line set at 11 or whatever it was? It was even as low. This line was as low as 9.5. I'm talking about the Giants and Miami. So anyway, as far as Jacksonville and remember, Jacksonville still should be perceived, I think, as a good team. So, hey, protection firm, how have you been? Nice to see you as well. Bills cover. It's a Vegas grab. Well, we've got sports betting all over the country, but Vegas is the one grabbing the money here. It's a grab on the Jags for sure, he says. Don't fall for it. The Bills will win and cover. Yep, they're going to come in a little bit of jet lag. The Jaguars all comfortable over there, but there's still a big enough difference, protection firm says. The Bills are a super team at this point, he feels like, and the Jaguars looks like he has them falling quite a bit. I just am a little bit sarcastic because like I said, I'm having a little bit of Bills regret. I took them on the show. I do think they should win, actually. They should handle the business here, but just was disappointed in the approach that they have coming into the game. It does look like, and they said that they had some, analysts come in and decide the best way to do things, to go over, when to go over. I don't know if that's true or not. So looks like they're not taking the trip as seriously. They've made some, they fixed some damage a little bit, got it right, and looking good here right now. The Bills and Jacksonville certainly, even with a victory, hasn't really clicked coming in. So. All right, we'll talk a little NFL here, but that was just the first game. I'm going to talk baseball first, but if you want to have a little bit of talk here about the first game, because it goes off in 15 minutes with the Jaguars and the Bills. I am on the Bills. I laid those points on the show. And Solo, hello, nice to see you as well. So, but I'm pretty disappointed, a little bit worried actually here, and maybe just the talent overall can get the Bills home here in this one. Again, they're laying some points here, only based, I would think, on their recent surge back to the top. And Jacksonville certainly with some issues. They don't quite look like a playoff caliber team that they were, but they should not have much of a decline, I wouldn't think. So, all right. I'm going to talk about Major League Baseball first today. And we saw yesterday in the baseball. What did you guys think? Well, Texas and Baltimore starts us off. And What a job by Texas yesterday. Great job. Let's bring up the lines here. Oh, pardon me. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at who did what yesterday before we get rolling on the plays. I want to preview, talk about the handicappers. Mindy Hahn, handicapper here at Tony'sPicks.com. She absolutely destroyed the card yesterday with an 18-8-1 performance. Check her picks out for Sunday over at Tony'sPicks.com. Collins also with a huge day, coming in 80% winners. We said he'd be ready. He was. Joseph Schultz also 80% yesterday. Probably Sam Bamerti. Imagine subscribing to Probby. I have high volume, and I believe in high volume. If you subscribe to Probby Sam Bamerti's premium packages yesterday, you got 38 plays from him. And you were a winner. So just think about that. If that volume's your game, Probby's your man. 38 premium plays yesterday here on the site from Probby. 20 wins, 17 losses, 1 push. Got your bankroll ready, but he came out on top. Hollywood Sam, good day also. Tim Irwin hits the profit over the last 7 days here at Tony'sPicks.com. It's Collins Brown really coming in hard with 65% over the last 7 days. Hollywood Sam also a good record, 22-12 plus 865. Ben Ruhala in the profit. Mindy Hahn also in the profit now over the last 7 days after that big day yesterday. And Tony T over the last 30 days. Well, I'm the top handicapper here at Tony'sPicks.com. Pretty strong percentage as well, and I'm up 26 units, almost 27 units over the last 30 days. And with our handicapper leaderboard, get ready for today. Just want to point out some of the features that you can do here at Tony'sPicks.com. So NFL, for example, you could take a look at our NFL records. And over the last 30 days, I'm on top there as well. 35-17 record for plus 16 units. So today's NFL day, I'm up there. 35-17 record. That's pretty strong. I said in my promos today near 69%. That's exactly what that is. 35-17. You do the math. Collins Brown, Hollywood Sam, Joseph Schultz, all strong in the NFL. Look at our crew here, actually, and how deep the NFL leaderboard runs, and it's topped by me. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. You can click on the All Cappers tab and click on each handicapper, and you see here, click on me. You can look through the records, but here are the packages and that I have up and available for sale today over at Tony'sPicks.com, including that NFL London best bet. You said you wanted the total. I've got it. $15 premium discount. Best bet. Get my winner right now on the game coming up in 10 minutes. If you have it, if you know got your play, that's great. If you want to you're just not sure, I've got my play here for the game. Check it out over at Tony's Picks. You'll also find that I have on the card today NFL. I am loaded here with picks. 5 plays in the early window for $30. I've got 3 plays in the late window here for $25, and they're all available there at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages from all of our handicappers. And like I said, when you break down that handicapper leaderboard, here's the thing, right? Like I said, you go on there and you can see the NFL records of each handicapper, and not only that, you can actually pick what type. Like, oh, maybe I want to look at from the handicappers what they do when it comes to totals, and you can break it down that way as well. I always like to, say to everyone, hey, I like totals better than sides. I think they're easier to predict. Well, take a look at that. On my totals, a 25-11 record. So even strong, my better plays are my totals. You'll find most of my plays are totals today. If you like rooting for sides, I'm sorry. I just trying to pick the best possible plays, the winners here. I got a side or two in those plays today. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Saves 20% off all premium pick packages from all the handicappers. Remember, all the packages are guaranteed. You don't show a profit. You get credits back to your account to use later on with any other handicapper or the same handicapper. You can right back on with me or whoever and use those credits again. So take a look. 3-packs, 5-packs, 7-packs, and our prop picks from the handicappers as well. Ben and Sam have props up, ready, and available. 3-packs, 5-packs, 7-packs from our crew, including Collins Brown, Hollywood Sam, Ben Ruhala, and more. I'm up there with my packages. Sean Dinwiddie, the king of totals, has a 3-pack in the NFL. Mindy's got 4 packages for today. Tim Irwin, Tony T, so many you gotta load more. Daniel Walasachuk. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. All the plays from our crew on the website. Man, they're really ready to go here today. And we're ready to go with NFL football here in just a little bit. All right, now that's the commercial. Let's get back over to the website. But I got to let you know what I got ready and available today. I'm ready to go. Okay. Thanks, everybody. And Sports AI, hello. Ferner is ready for the game as well. I'm ready. I wish we were done with the show, kind of. I don't know if I like this early game because I want to watch the game, but we got a show, and I'll be back later on today with those opening college lines at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. We'll be here for about a half an hour reading off those lines from the opening moves at the Circa and see how those college lines move. All right. Let's go to the games today with the Rangers taking on the Orioles. We saw yesterday the Rangers getting it done in clutch fashion. Good job, Rangers. They came in and it was some fun yesterday with this game. This is probably the fun game with the runs. The Rangers with that lead, the Orioles able to come back a little bit. They had their chances late. The Rangers kept trying to put men on base, but Rangers kept working out of it. And I thought I had the Orioles as a premium play. So here today, Jordan Montgomery comes in. We saw him look really great last time. Obviously, he's got a 0.67 ERA now in his last 4 starts, and just a terrific start last time out. Rangers have won 11 of their last 15 games coming in. They used 5 relievers in the first game to get 16 outs. And a great job there by the bullpen. The Orioles have won 6 of their last 9 still for Grayson Rodriguez. He is 2-0 with a 1.45 ERA in his last 3 starts. With Rodriguez, Baltimore has gone 14-9 this season. Montgomery's been a guy that we kind of made fun of because he was such a loser with the Cardinals. That's not to say that he's a loser, but he didn't win any games. And when he came over to Texas, it didn't work out very well either, quite frankly, early on. I mean, he's 4-7. The Rangers are 4-7 with Montgomery in there. So it's been a little bit, hasn't been perfect with him, but ever since we reached the postseason, he's kind of cleaned it up here with the start anyway. With 1 star, let's just call it what it is. And this season, Texas has the upper hand in the series now, 4-3. Any picks from the chat in this one with the Rangers and the Orioles today? Ray Otachi's here today, and he'll go under the total. That might be our pick from the chat here in this one. To go under that total today. All right. Well, I guess I better pull the trigger here on a play too here on the show. Was just hoping to get a little bit of contribution after I tried to give out uh, side and total, and I think I backfired yesterday on both. So maybe this isn't my game. But here's Darren. He's on the Orioles to come to bounce back and get this one. Let's hope so. I think we would like a series here. Like I said, I'm a little upset that baseball's kind of messing around with this a little bit, but I guess it's all for TV and everything. So, all right. Well, I'm going to have to come back on Texas here. I was impressed. I'm impressed with Montgomery. They might have the more experienced pitcher here in this one. I'm going to take Texas here on the air. Sports AI says Buffalo puts up huge points in 3 games. The offense is working. Jacksonville does not have the weapons to defend. Go over, says AI. Brent Cook is here. Nice to have Brent. Hello. Rangers are hitting better. Probably going to pass. Oh, Brent. Well, I get it. I never like to pass in the postseason. These are the times you're waiting for these games a little bit. Sports AI says, give me Texas on the money line. And I'm going to take Texas here in this one to get another win. I'm pulling for you, Orioles, to get a series together. A little bit concerned what I saw yesterday. And, both these starters have been pretty good. But if Montgomery is playoff ready, I'm going to try him here today. The Rangers were clutch yesterday, and let's just kind of wonder if they've got something on them. Maybe the Orioles. A great regular season, great to get there, but a loss so far. Hope it doesn't go crashing down. Okay. All right, next game up, Twins and Astros. This is all we've got is the American League. I kind of want to talk about the National League because I guess we'd talk about it tomorrow, but after what I had said, I don't know, was anybody here yesterday when I talked about Clayton Kershaw and what we might see? And did anybody kind of heed the advice that I gave on the game? Well, anyways, let's talk about the American League because, I think we were all over that situation yesterday with Kershaw maybe having some issues. All right, here comes Pablo Lopez, a 5.14 ERA in his last 4 starts, but Minnesota 20-13 with Lopez on the mound. Usually, however, it's been at home where he has such great success. He's 12-5, or Minnesota's 12-5 with Pablo Lopez on the mound at home, just 8-8 on the road. 2 starts against Houston, but it only went 4 1/3 innings in those games, giving up just a couple of runs. He has had 2 starts in the postseason in his career, a 1-1 record with a 2.53 ERA. Minnesota's won 10 of their last 14 games, and they used 4 relievers on Saturday to get, let's see, 15 outs, I think it was. I think they had 5 innings of relief in that one. So for Framber Valdez, he's got a 5.4 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the Houston's just 7-9 with Framber Valdez at home. Houston has won 6 of their last 7 games right now. They used 3 relievers yesterday to get 9 outs in the game. We gave out the over in that game. We got over in the game pretty early there after Minnesota got that 3-run home run to get back in the game, or the back-to-back home runs, I think it was. And we tried Minnesota as a dog yesterday in the game, so we did end up on the wrong side of the free play there, but we did have an premium on the over yesterday in this one. So, man, I want to give Minnesota a chance here again. Uh, kind of wish the price was. Why is the price? It's $1.40, $1.35 now. I'm showing it some places. Eventually here in this one, so that kind of. I was hoping to get a better price. I was going to maybe come back and try a premium here with Minnesota, but maybe I'm not going to now if I can't get the right price. I don't know if there's any indication that which side might be sharp here necessarily, but just looking in general, I would think that the sharps maybe you're going to favor Houston just a little bit, but I'm just not sure it's right, and I'm going to take Minnesota here on the show to try to get one here. I'm taking the dog plus price. It's a baseball game. Maybe Houston's going to look pretty attractive to everyone in the chat, I would think. Perky says, give me Houston max play. He said also he gave out the Rangers. I missed you guys on some of those plays. He says, Perky says the Phils will go up. He says the Phils will sweep the Braves. And I wish we were talking National League. All right, and Sports AI says he likes the under here, and we'll see. That does sound pretty good. And I guess that's a look at Major League Baseball. The two games, kind of crazy. Again, I think that baseball's made a mistake. Baseball. You go from city to city. You play 3 games. You play 3 games. You come home. You play some team 3 games. You don't take a day off in between them. That is a rarity. Like I said, it happens, at the beginning of the year. Sometimes they put that extra day off in case it rains. Maybe that's what this was. This is for TV. There's not because it's going to rain out or something like that. You don't want to go up against the NFL, but you got to get some of these games in. Why not just wait until Monday and, you have all the attention, just play a couple day games, get out of the way before Monday Night Football. Your baseball, you could play day games. Just last week, you just played a bunch of day games in front of 10,000 people. So, all right, they're underway in the NFL game. So, hopefully, everyone is on their play here. And Jaguars already driving. The Bills are looking exhausted. Wait a minute, Berkey. I thought the play was, what'd you say? You're trying to middle it at 4? I don't know what you said now. All of a sudden, I thought the Bills were the big play of the day. All right. I'm on the 2 dogs here in Major League Baseball today, and we'll be involved in some premium action in baseball. Right now, all the football's up, but yeah, the Bills might end up having some problems today. Looking back on it now. All right. We're going to get to some NFL action. We're going to cover late action today from the NFL. The 4 late games and the Sunday night game is our preview here for today. And if you want to talk about any early action from the card, that's fine too. We can touch on some of the games. I did see some steam come in on the over in the Ravens and Steelers, whatever that's about. Okay, maybe the injury situation cleared itself up a little bit. I don't know, but nonetheless, don't know if there was much news with the day games other than of the early card, other than Saquon Barkley being ruled officially out there. So I'll just start to get into these afternoon games, and if you guys have something to say about the early slate, we certainly can come back to it. But I want to cover these games and get off here and watch the game. So here we go. With the Bengals and the Cardinals in this one. Well, we know this one's been on the move big time. Nobody trusts Joe Burrow anymore, I guess, not even against the lowly Cardinals here, right? I mean, after all, Burrow, slowed by that calf injury, has absolutely been ineffective so far. And the Bengals have the worst offense in the league. And they're going up against the hard-trying Arizona Cardinals. They have both teams just have one win. This is really one of the worst games of the day. It's supposed to be competitive, which actually will make it, I guess, quite interesting. Look at the total, too. It's gone all the way up to 45. I think the Arizona Cardinals, they might have signed Kurt Warner, maybe they got DeAndre Hopkins back. I don't know what they're doing, but apparently this total's been going higher. Burrow, is he healthy again all of a sudden? Talk about a short week. I mean, remember, Cincinnati played on Monday night, and now they've got to go play on the road, and you got your quarterback with a calf injury still and all that. So I don't know. You really think that the Cardinals can still be competitive here against the Bengals, who maybe feel like finally they've got somebody they can beat? The look-ahead line was as high as 8.5, and then maybe it was 7 after things. But even this line has been beaten down here this week to just a field goal now, and why not? I mean, the Cardinals, they've covered 3 of their 4 games this season. They play competitive. Why wouldn't they be competitive here against Cincinnati? They're trying really hard out there. Dobbs, he's a great story. Come on. I mean, Dobbs is probably never going to win you a playoff game, but they had to have somebody in there. And even though he's 1-5 as an NFL starter, I don't know. He looks capable, I guess. I don't know. Perky says, give me the Bengals. Verner says, look, no T. Higgins, too. Don't forget. And how about the Cardinals cover, says Darren. And Verner talking looks like from a Cincinnati perspective. He says, we paid him the bag and he's too heavy. We'll see. I got to give him a big chance to come back. I think this is a legitimate injury that maybe he should, I don't know how, it was just weird how it happened, right, on the first preseason game to a certain extent, right, and how this has all gone down. But maybe he should have taken the time off. You've got to heal this type of injury, apparently. It's a big time, it's big time. The Bengals have only 3 touchdowns this season on 40 offensive drives, and they've averaged basically, 4 yards per pass attempt so far this season. That's really, really bad. But Bengals usually been pretty terrific of late as a road favorite, but they've also been one of the best spread teams around as they've kind of rose to the top here. But Bengals have gone under in 12 of their last 17 games on the road. The Cardinals have lost 14 of their last 17 straight up, and they've had a bizarre season so far. They've outscored their foes 64-41 in the first half, and have been outscored 61-24 in the second half. So what do? Maybe you take the Cardinals in the first half, and then you take the Bengals in the second half. Whatever the case may be, I will take the Cardinals here. It doesn't look like the Bengals can cover a spread here necessarily in a non-conference game on the road where they've got several issues, I would think, coming in that this probably figures to be an ugly. I don't know why that total is going up, so I guess I could be wrong on what could happen here today. But Arizona 10-5 against the spread, their last 15 off of a loss. Cardinals have allowed 10 touchdowns on their last 23 drives. So there is hope here for the Bengals too. Cardinals have gone over in 3 straight. Cardinals also have gone over their team total in all 4 games. And, today, well, we'll see. One thing that the Bengals, feels like they still have a playoff caliber defense. So, and to figure it out here today, talking about Rams plus the money, Jets plus the money, Liberty money line. And don't give away those premiums. Don't give away my beers. So, all right. And Jimmy here today. Hello to Jimmy. And has not been here. Mindy's got her own show, Jimmy, on Monday through Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. So please join her. She's with her sister with Midday Plays. So they took Mindy away from me and left me here all by myself. And uh, but I'm still glad. I think one thing that's starting to become apparent as some viewers of, they obviously, Mindy, hey, when this started out, I'm not supposed to talk too much about Mindy, but I said, give me, I want to give Mindy on the, if I can. And it was great. And they, sent her off to her own show. And, there were some defections here, maybe, but people are coming back because I think the winners that I'm able to produce here on a daily basis anyways, pretty consistently. Yeah. And the record keeping, no, we're not keeping record. We're giving free plays on YouTube. Okay. You keep the records. I keep my records and my premiums over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Airplane Boop's got the Bengals today. So, all right. Appreciate you guys very much. And I'll take the Cardinals. I'm going against Airplane Boop here. I think these Bengals problems are kind of significant. Yeah, are you getting the absolute discount price here today? Probably so with that, because that's the way it is with the Bengals here at a low point at this point. Yeah, they're coming off the win, but short week here playing the Cardinals. And Arizona, definitely just a tiny bit better than I'm sure we all expected, but still just one win, and they're not going anywhere. So, all right. I'm not going to cover too much of the stats on that. These teams are playing every 3 years or so. There's some series history that would point to close games between these two teams, especially here. But all right, we've got a big one here. I think it's a big. You guys let me know and let me know if this is for right, because you have the Eagles coming in here and the money. Seems like it's all Rams, right? I mean, it opened. The look ahead was 6.5. It got as low as 4.5. Now it's 4, and the money seems to be rolling in on the Rams here. Look, the Eagles are still great. The Rams are 2-2, and look, if you're going to play a Rams future, today might be the day, because if they were to beat the Eagles here, and they certainly have a chance to do so today, their futures odds are going to start to go down here a little bit. And don't look now, right? The Rams are a playoff contender, according to all of my numbers now. Didn't take long, it feels like, to get to this point. Start with defense. That's all you need to do. You got a quarterback like Stafford. He's healthy now. And you got the no longer a secret weapon, but there's nothing they can do about it. Puka Nacua, he's for real. You're going to return Cooper Kupp. You got to get that ground game going a little bit, but you know what? They ran for 164 yards last week after running for just 84 yards a game in the first 3 weeks. Now they are taking on a Super Bowl caliber defense here, and that's going to be a tough issue, no doubt about it. But for me, I believe right now in the Rams, in McVay. Putting stock in the Rams at this point. Not saying that they can get over the hump and get past teams like the Eagles and the 49ers. They've got a long way to go on that. But just given the way they were kind of cast off to not compete this year, and I think I was guilty of it too, but I do like them here to compete in this spot. Definitely getting, if you like value, the Eagles are your team today. Because whoever is moving the line on the Rams, whatever the bookmakers are, switching, whatever the point spread is getting shorter on the Eagles, whatever the case may be, the move is on the Rams. So you're getting the best price if you want to bet the Eagles today. They won on the road at New England, 25-20. Remember, we talked about that game gets talked about a lot right now because of the way the game was played, but remember this, the Eagles won that game and covered. They also covered 5 points at Tampa Bay, and the Eagles, of course, are 4-0, and they're averaging 30 points a game so far. So they're also +4 in turnover margin. They have 9 touchdowns on 31 drives, and everything's going great. But they're going up against a good team today, a little bit resurgent Rams here, who, like I said, they are looking better than anticipated this season, and I'm pretty pleased with the Rams at this point. Eagles have dominated this series. They've won 7 of the last 8 games. They play a little more frequently because of the teams being in the same conference here, but I've got this one. Look, the total's up to 50.5, and I get it. In fact, I see, cappers. I've seen some talk about the over here. I think it's gone increase just a little bit too high here in this one. I think you got to respect the Rams defense. It is, I'm not going to say back or anything. I mean, I don't think the Rams have an elite defense at all or anything like that at this point, but they obviously have an impact offensive player. The rest of the defense has been doing pretty well as well. So Brent says Stafford's always done well against the Eagles, of course, coming from Detroit too. So everyone check out the spam today where you go to the spam there with, let me see if I just can't delete the spam. Sorry, you guys. There we go. All right. And Gary, hello. Perky's not liking what's going on here, but I don't know if Jacksonville, we'll see if they get in the end zone here. Sports AI says, how about Eagles money line? Maybe that'll work for him. Darren does like the over, though. Look, this one opened for as low as 46.5, is now 50.5, and I have to respect the Rams defense at home here in this one. So Eagles will have a lot of fans there, no doubt about it. These LA teams don't have a true advantage anyway, or a true home field advantage. So see if Lawrence can do something. He's going to go down and get sacked, and there's a penalty. So I don't know what's going on. Looks like they'll get pushed back here or be forced to kick a field goal. All right. For me, I'm going to take the under in this game at 50.5. Again, I will point out one now. I have heard some great reasoning for this game to go over, and a lot of it having to do with the great offense right now of the Rams with Stafford, with Nacua, and such. But again, here you have a very high total, right? It is the highest total of the Chiefs total is, of course, the Vikings, but you have a high total with a road favorite. And of course, over the last 3 seasons right now, road favorites are going under at 69%. Road games with road favorites are going 69%, and road favorites of less than 9 points are coming in at 72% under. So it's just been overwhelming right now. Not just broad brushing a lot of these games, but I'm starting my handicap there, and this is a pro football game. Yes. Well, could it go over? Absolutely. But something keeps those games down. When the road team is favored, they're a good team. That means they have a good defense, right? If you're going to go in and be a road favorite, and you're not going to be as effective offensively on the road is usually the perception, right? You're more comfortable. Everything's more comfortable at home. You have to rely more on your defense on the road. So I think that's why we're getting such a strong trend right now. And I hate to keep beating this one into the ground, but don't you want to win 70% of your bets? And every situation is different. There is a situation today where I am on an over with a road favorite in a premium play. And yes, I'm on, out of my 10 premiums today, I'm on, I believe, 7 totals. So if that's your thing, then I'm not for you. But if you just want to win the bets with a high percentage, the NFL is more of a league where, you want to take everything into consideration. And I believe I've done that here. But again, these type of road favorites right now, absolutely. Let me get those numbers for you. NFL games with road team is favored uh, right now, 66%. 82 unders, 42 overs. It's 66%. So I was wrong by 1%, 66%. And again, 9 points or less, 78 unders, and 36 overs. So no doubt about it, Mike. Even these bookmakers have to draw the line a little bit and say, we can't let it, because here's the great thing about when you're playing these unders also in the NFL is the fan, they're still going to bet those overs. They're still going to put overs. And so you still could get a little bit of value squeezing these out. Could this be one today where it might be a little bit tougher to make it stay under? Yes, maybe it could. But again, you're getting 4 whole points off of the look ahead line here. So I still got to go under, and under's my play, Eagles and Rams. All right. And Mike says, this is game number 66 in London for what it's worth. All right. Oh, this is the 66 in London or overseas, Mike? All right. Here comes the Jets and the Broncos. A game so bad that it's actually going to be a good game. The Broncos are favored in this one, but is it still 2.5? Or I thought I saw 3 out there. Is it possible? Let's take a look. And in this one, I'm showing it currently at, it looks like it's even gone down into 2 at some places here in this one with the Jets and the Broncos. So this is a game where, I haven't found have premium on almost every game. This is the NFL. I don't really have one here, so let me give it out here, certainly on the air, and I'm going over in this one. I mean, come on. This is a game, like I said, this is a game so bad it's going to be good. And even though a lot of times I say looking at these poor teams, I don't know. I think I got it wrong last week. So the way I saw like that Bears and Broncos game going, I'm going to go over in this one. I've got to take it over now and then, and I'm going to give out the over right here on the show in this one with the Jets and the Broncos. I want to give the Jets a chance here, but I actually think the Broncos might be. I might give out side and total right now, and actually, instead of figured out on the Jets and. Game number 66 in the league this year. Thanks, Mike. That's a great note. All right. And so in this one with the Broncos and the Jets, we could just call the preview over probably. Werner says take the Jets plus the points. Ugh, I don't want to do that, but that's what a lot of handicappers are doing right now. My survey across the landscape shows that this was as of last night. I haven't looked at any cappers today, but I counted 14 handicappers that I respect. That was the criteria. I saw a lot more, but you had to pass the test of being a good capper. I mean, I might not even be on my own list, but if I respected you, I put you on the list. I had 14 cappers on the Jets. I had 5 cappers on the Broncos. So also pretty split on the total here, but I'm going to go over in this one. I figure bad play is going to lead to production between these two. Ray says he'll lean Jets. It's going to stay off the game. Werner says Denver's going to look like bowling pins. The Jets will just go rolling through these guys. Mark Lee says the best play is let's field goals over 1.5. It looks like the Jaguars a spectacular touchdown here to take the lead. Going to have to take a look at a replay there, but I think he got the toes down in the back of the end zone, you guys. What a catch. There is a flag down. What do we got? All right. And Mark Lee, good to see you as well. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. In this one, the Jets have lost their last 3 games by a combined 28 points. They've been outscored in the first half so far in the season, 61-28. Of course, they're struggling with that key statistic here, just kind of getting the roughing the passer here. Okay, they clubbed Lawrence there. So it looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Uh, Broncos are 1-3 straight up, 0-4 against the spread. They were favored in that game, and let's see, trying to get those toes down a little bit. One, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, and why wouldn't it be touchdown? Denver's lost 14 of their last 18 games straight up. Broncos have gone over in 3 straight. Jets have been going under their team total so far. So, and this is the Hackett game. This is what everybody's talking about. They need something in a bad game like this, right? So you have Hackett fired as coach of the Broncos, and over the summer, Sean Payton. These are the stories, I roll my eyes about because who cares, right? But these are the storylines, whether or not it motivates anybody. But Payton, he ripped Hackett, said he did a hack job in Denver. And what did Payton do? He went out and gave up those 70 points because he didn't understand, how thought you could come in and say, hey, look, if I'm going against this great offense, I'm going to try to sling them and hope I can catch lightning in a bottle and be within a touchdown or two late. That was the wrong way to go against a team like Miami. That was a disaster. So it's never been a good trip here for the Jets necessarily. I'm leaning Broncos, to be honest with you here. I think the Jets' problems run deep, and I think their confidence is shattered here right now to a certain extent. And going on the road, I don't think it's going to be very, very easy for them here against a Denver team that maybe they can find somebody. They're 1-3. Jets are 1-3. I get all that. The Jets are 8-15 against the spread. Last 23 games as road underdog, and these Jets are no different than the other Jets right now. Do they have better personnel lately? Yeah, but the confidence just isn't there. They can't get it going here, even though Wilson had a better game and very happy for him, I guess. Because I would rather he succeed and not get his what Senna figured out says, come on, the Broncos. He says the Broncos are too slow. He wants me on these Jets. No, I'll be on the Broncos. Let me do it. I'm going to do a double play. I'm not trying to cross Senna figured out. I just want to be sure that I'm clear, and I'm going to give out side and total here. I don't have a premium in this game, and the game is so bad. I'm going to give out the side and the total here, and Senna figured out we're going to do a challenge. Look, there's no doubt. Like I said, cappers across the industry, cappers that I like, cappers that I respect, they favor the Jets on the Broncos, and I'm going to definitely be probably laying the money line here. Senna figured out says I like Wilson. No, I don't actually. I'd actually would rather have a different quarterback in there. But the Wilson is going to be the one that will lead them to this victory here today, and we'll all, just like when he's won a couple of games here of late. Look, he's 5-14 with Denver, but when he's won those games, we're like, oh, look at Wilson, maybe he can work, and that's not going to work. It's not going to work, but it will today. I believe the Jets' problems will continue to be exposed here at this point. I don't want them to be. I want Rodgers to come back. I want the Jets to have a chance. Rodgers will not come back, right? If the Jets are toast or anything. So Matt Mike says they missed the PAT. I think that it's 8-0 is what I'm showing here. They ended up getting. Let's see, is the scoreboard wrong? I'm showing they got 2-point conversion. 8-0. All right. So for me here, I'm going to take Broncos and over a double winner here on the show. All right. I want to get done. I want to watch this game. I want to get some breakfast and enjoy this game. So this will just be enjoying the second half. And then the Bills just ran right into the line. All right. Uh, Chiefs and Vikings here, and again, here you got a road favorite. You got the elite Chiefs with Kelsey, right? The stories this week, right? Kelsey said, "Hey, it's not going to be a distraction." Well, you know what? Travis Kelsey's having the worst start of his career right now. It's not terrible. It's not, you know, disgraceful. It's just a little bit less than a little bit less of production. But he was actually heading in that trajectory before this hubbub started here. So I would think that he'll continue to have a fine season. I think he probably will not produce as he has in the past, and he actually could start to see a bit of a decline. Uh, in his career in general, I think it's gonna be hard to say that Travis Kelsey can't go on and be a great player this season. Let's all hope he has a great season. This is a great spot for the Chiefs are right now. It feels like to me you're getting this absolute. Oh, I got the wrong graphic up here. I hit it. I thought. All right. Uh, Here you got this super duper discount again. The Chiefs look ahead was as high as 6.5 here, but I don't know. Did the Vikings fix things overnight? Why is this line continuing to go down here necessarily? I'm not sure. The Chiefs have outscored their opponents 75-23 in the first half. They get off to a great start. Are they great road favorites? No, they're not great road favorites, but they're laying a much cheaper price than they were any other time here this week in this game at -3.5. And yeah, you probably want to buy it down, make sure you're laying something comfortable. Looks like handicappers are on the Vikings too, and this is a spot usually where I would be. I'm that type of guy. I'm that type of guy. Uh, Throwback there. I'm that type of guy that would, but not now. Not when the value's up the window. I'd rather come back on the favorite here. Well, if you're going to give me the bargain, is this the trap? Is this the trap spot? It might be. It might be the trap. It might be the Chiefs are going to lose. It might be 3-2 after this. This might not be the spot for the Chiefs. I get all that. But the Vikings aren't they on the record decline for one season, right? They're the team that got totally lucky last year. This guy can't coach. He just got lucky. The team got lucky week after week, and now they're 1-3. And all those close games that they won last year, they're losing this year. Like it's called variance, right? 3 losses, they've lost by 3, 6, and 4 points after going 11-0 last year in games decided by 8 points or less. Now they're 1-3. All their games have been decided by 8 points or less this year. So that's what happens when you play maybe a little bit better of a caliber team, and now you're playing the Chiefs. So the Vikings, you'd think this looks like major regression actually for the Vikings all the way this season. They've turned the ball over 11 times. They have a -8 in turnover differential so far. You have the Chiefs' opponents are only converting 17 of 51 third downs so far this season. Now, the Chiefs do have a tendency to lose interest sometimes, but they've dominated NFC opponents. They've gone 10-3 against the spread against the other conference. Now, they are pretty bad off of a win against the spread, 15, 24-1 in their last 40 games. That's not very good at all. But what happens when you cover the spread? A lot of times you're favored by more points the next game. Again, here the spread has gone down. It's going the other direction. It's going towards the Vikings. So I'm not gonna be that guy this time. I would be the guy that, hey, everybody, Chiefs are hot, and all of a sudden we all want to take the Chiefs. They're crushing everybody. No, I'll take the Vikings because I'm getting 6.5. No, the spread's gone down now, giving me the value on the Chiefs. I'm on the Chiefs today. Maybe the Vikings will cover. Try to get it down to 2.5. That's what I want to do on the show. I can talk like that, right? Yes. Am I going to give out 3.5 as the play on the show? Yeah, I'm going to give out 3.5. Am I tell you to try to get it down to 2.5 and lay some juice? Yeah, do what you want with it. But and privately, I'm not going to lay a hook there on the show. I am here. I think the chances are better that the Chiefs can get a convincing win here as a much better team. in this one than the Vikings. It seems like the Vikings to me have gone to, you know, that regression that I explained definitely has is coming out a little bit. So, all right. Minnesota had a pretty good week last week in that game against Carolina and make fun of their defense. Maybe that's why there's been some momentum here towards Minnesota. They did not allow a touchdown last week, an offensive touchdown to the Panthers. So Vikings off a win 17, 26, and 2 over the last 5 years. That's not too good either. That's against the spread. So, all right. And I'm watching Lawrence kind of operate here, doing a good job. And like I said, I think that this one will just kind of be controlled here now. And this one, but I think I can give it out now. I'm on the unders, my premium play, of course, in this game. 7 points right now, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. But Bills aren't doing a great job on offense so far. So, but it was a good game, right, Ferner? Colorado and ASU. And yeah, I liked ASU in that one. Wide open to knocked away. Almost a touchdown, but a good defensive play. One more game to talk about tonight. That's going to be, here we go, the big one. Cowboys, 49ers. 49ers in this one favored by 3.5. And the total is 45 in this one, and this should be fun. Big time fun here tonight. Can't wait for it. Baseball game, who needs it? You got the Cowboys and the 49ers tonight. And for me, in this one, look, Dallas, their 3 wins have been by a combined score so far of 108 to 13. Yeah, we remember the loss too, but they only gave up 222 yards in that loss to Arizona. So Dallas has not been a good road underdog. This has actually been a role that's kind of been their bugaboo a little bit. Just 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games. But man, they've been cooking 36 of 61 on third down, and they've been doing it defensively, allowing only 14 of 49 third down conversions so far. They've outgained their opponents by about 100 yards per game so far this season. Dallas 15-10 against the spread off of a win for the 49ers. Well, they're averaging close to 32 points per game so far. They're 3-0-1 against the spread, and they're, of course, a good running team, 150 yards per game rushing. They're 9-1 against the spread as a home favorite last year. Here they are again, laying points here. No doubt against a team that's looking pretty good, but a quarterback that never loses. And so far, I will say this: these NFC West teams have 9 games so far, and they've failed. They have not failed to cover the spread in any of them. One was a push, but NFC West teams so far, when not playing each other, are 8-0-1 against the spread. So 49ers, look, one thing you can be a bad team and erase a lot of mistakes if you can, win the turnover battle. But what if you're a good team and you win the turnover battle? That's even more dangerous. And so far this year, the 49ers in 4 games are plus 20 in turnovers. That's like a record-setting pace. If they keep that up, no way are they going to lose. They will win the Super Bowl, and they will probably go undefeated the rest of the war, maybe just a loss or 2. I mean, this is pro football, but if you can, win the turnover margin like that, 5 turnovers a game, that's pretty big. And that's turnover margin now. I mean, remember, that means the other team's turning it over to you and you're taking it away. That's not just 20 takeaways, but turnover margin, which I consider to be the more significant stat, because everyone knows that turnovers are the most random thing in the NFL, but it is amazing that the better teams do end up with the highest turnover margins a lot of times, taking the ball away on defense and not giving it away on offense. So, all right. For me in this one, I've got to think it's going over. I like the Niners. I think the Cowboys can do some things here. I think it's going to be a thrilling game. That's all. And I'm going to go with the over here on the show in this one. I think the Cappers want to come in on the under here, but I think it's going to be a hot game, an exciting game. You don't need me to tell you that. Just want to make it clear that hey, my play really it feels like a premium. I'm taking the side, but almost want to take it back. I really like the over in this game, you guys, tonight. I think the Cowboys get some. I just think it'll be a fun game, exciting game without much defense. Yeah, these two teams have good defenses. They're obviously both, playoff caliber, if not championship caliber defenses. But I just expect too much fun tonight to worry about that. And if we get a close game, I would think it, of course, will go over. There's not a ton of trends here that are not that are necessarily. These teams play enough good defense that I don't think I can sell you on many over trends necessarily for this game. In fact, of late, Dallas has gone under in 6 of their last 8 games, but not for me, not right now. I think we have a great time tonight, and I'm taking the over here. You guys don't have anything to say about the Cowboys and the 49ers, so I'm going to wrap it up. And that's my play is on the over, and it was going to be a premium, but I do like the side as well. And, we're pretty heavy today, so haven't gone to the side and total in a game yet. That's something maybe sometimes I save for the postseason, but give me the over tonight. Let's have a great time. Cowboys and Niners. It's a freemium for sure. I love it. I love the over. All right. Oh, somebody's texting me because they don't watch me. It's a friend texting me that's on Facebook. I send my show on Facebook to all my family and friends, and they're texting me like they don't. And this is someone that talks to me more on Facebook than like anybody else. They don't even know what's going on. All right. Well, I guess I'm not the center of their universe. All right, you guys, I've got at least one more game to talk about, and it's a big one. And hope you guys are ready. It's game 1 of the WNBA Finals between the Liberty and the Aces. We knew we'd end up here, didn't we? We went through a lot of kebab just to get to this point. But in this one, I think I know where I'm going here. I like the over. I think these teams are great. I think Liberty's great. I think the Aces are great. I love them both. But definitely have a premium on the side in this game. But I expect a fun game, a good game here. Going up against the NFL, again, what are you guys doing? You should have picked a night where, I will say this, and I think I'm actually giving kind of the popular rhetoric as far as why the WNBA, why you playing against the NFL. And, yeah, maybe they should take, because you do want to introduce a new audience. But I will say this. The audience of this league doesn't necessarily worry about what the other leagues are doing. They're going to watch this league. Now, that doesn't necessarily help you get the casual fan over there on an NFL Sunday, but they're not going to lose many of their fans when it comes to this series between the Liberty and the Aces. I've got this one to be quite a cookie tonight with these two to get it started in the championship series. So who do you guys like to win it all? I would say the Aces actually probably bring a little bit of value back now here because the Liberty is kind of taken I want to say like a little bit of popularity here towards this end of the season. Right now, the Aces are nearly a $2 favorite for the series. That doesn't sound like something I'm interested in. In fact, I'd probably be interested in the Liberty here in this series. That price at this point, it feels, just because of home court, they're getting a minus $2 here. Bobby Smith says the Liberty will cover this one. It was 5.5, and now it's all the way down to 4. So if you like the Aces, you're getting the best price right now. Will it go down anymore? It could. I don't think it's going to go back up. New York has won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. They've also won 19 of their last 22 games. New York has failed to cover in 6 of their last 8 games overall, and but they have covered. But they have covered 7 of their last 10 road games. So let's see here if I can. Oh, I might have been just one game off on some of those. I was looking at trends entering last game, which we know how that went. So that should be fine, though, anyways, with some of these trends here, anyway, on the matchups tonight. But for me, it's not so much about the trends here, but the attitude of these teams in game one. Yeah. Do we see some defense in this series? I think so, but I also think we're seeing the 2 best teams with good shooting, with good ball movement, and all that. But we know that Vegas games at home have been high scoring. Is that because they are so much better than some of those other teams? Yeah, maybe that's the case, but also remember they're always a big favorite in those games. Here, they're facing a team, obviously, that's very good offensively. Now, I will say this. To me, I think the Aces in the front court, very strong defensively with Stokes, with Asia Wilson. I think, if anything, Stewart and Jones could have some problems here. I think the Liberty certainly will be competitive in this game, but maybe the Aces have just a little bit more defense than the Liberty. Does that make a difference in this one? I'm going over here with game one. Over 170. Yep, it does, Terrell, except for limits. Sometimes, obviously, smaller leagues can have some smaller limits a little bit. But, I know exactly what you're saying. Ferner's got to play tonight. Same game parlay. Niners, 2.5 and over. That's an old school same game parlay. Now I can, take Niners with McCaffrey to score, with Purdy to throw a touchdown pass. Boy, I can't believe books let us do that. How about the Bills? They're punting again, you guys. All right, I'm going to get to watching this game. Let's see. I think I might have had a few more notes. No, I think we'll just go. College football yesterday was pretty exciting, wasn't it, everybody? Did everyone? I saw we had a little bit of talk in there about Colorado. I'll just let you guys go. But we had a pretty strong day on the video picks. My premiums were kind of 50-50-ish, and UFC, I didn't do that great. So I kind of had a wash in premium land with high volume. But we'll get them today. I mean, look at my NFL. We'll crush them, and we'll get it. But how about some of the game, yesterday? How about Bama? How about North Carolina rocking? And look, some of the fine winners we had on the show as well, over in Central Florida and Kansas. We gave out on the show. A lot of win. I mean, there's just too many games to go through them all. But Louisville, obviously, we gave out on the show yesterday as well. A lot of quality, a lot of good winners yesterday. So I hope you had a great day as well. And hopefully that's why you're joining me and continue to join me here, as I'm just going to continue to give out free winners every day here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Check us all out here at Tony's Picks. Hi, Kenny. Nice to have you. Mindy's got her own show now, Mondays through Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. They took her away from me and left me here all alone to talk to myself and to you guys. So thanks a lot, everyone. I appreciate you checking in. I'm going to go watch me some football. Hey, I got some NBA preseason. I'll have in the Discord today, so check it out in there. I'll be passing along some NBA preseason because there's 6 games on that card today. We're going to want to get started on the NBA preseason a little bit, see if we can't come up with some free winners in the Discord. That's where we'll hang out mostly with the preseason numbers a little bit. So I'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steve. We get to talk about baseball because, they know when to play, but even though I was a little disappointed with the way things were working out here with baseball today. All right, you guys, enjoy the day, enjoy the NFL action, and we'll catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steve. This has been Ramon Scott. Bye bye.